Welcome to an early edition. I'm going to be doing, I figured I owe you guys a little bit more time, so I thought I would start earlier so I could get, catch up on the fact that I had to end, I had all those technical issues. Whoa! I had all those technical issues, last time, so I figure I'll do some coloring and then, but first I want to start off with some, practice sketches, so we'll do those quick. Just to warm up, and then okay. No, we want this. One second. Yeah. There. Okay. Okie dokie. One second. All right. Here we go. Oh, this is useful. I didn't. Yeah, this will be more difficult, but I'll start with this. I can just try it anyway. I haven't drawn fabric in a while, so it'd be good to try it out again. So I hope everyone had a good week. Oops, I'm on a layer that isn't existing. And why am I not? I'm not drawing. Okay, there we go. Sorry. So, hope everyone had a good week, and just thought I would do an earlier stream just so I could maybe get a little bit more done before, because in case there's another meeting tonight with my animation group, I want to be able to just leave and not cut this one short. So I figured it'd be good to start early so that I don't risk that. I don't think there is, but because I think that we're taking a, I don't know. Well, I just don't think there is. So, but whatever. I have other work. I do have work to do with it, so I can always just do that. How does this work? Man, this is hard. I totally made up my own. Because, yeah, that's, I hate to say it, but I have to redo it. Because I did not base that off the drawing at all. I mean, the photo. So, 'cause this was good for hair too. The model has really long hair. So, yay. Long hair. So there's long hair. And then the dress has these. Okay. Has a lot of lace on it. So it's good practice for this. Okay. So it seems that Space Marines game is pretty popular. Makes me wish I knew more about Warhammer, but Never really got into it. Not because I didn't like it. It's just that the models were too expensive when I was growing up, so I never really got it around to collecting them. I mean, I already had one expensive hobby for a little while, which was Magic the Gathering, and I wasn't even a very big player of that, and that cost me a good amount of money. So I don't know what I don't want to know how expensive Warhammer would have been. Although it probably would have at least left me with some models, whereas Magic just left me with nothing. Like, I got rid of all the cards, so because there wasn't any value in them anyway. So. This isn't really helping, though, is the problem. Oops. Kind of is, I guess. It's kind of showing, like, how it's twirling to a degree. Maybe I didn't need. It was still a good idea. This may be a. Plus, this just gives me more time to work on stuff, so that's always a good thing. Maybe I can finish some pages actually instead of I'll try and I did if you want to see all the comic pages I've been working on, the last session had me I went through all of them because today I really just want to make some progress. So I think today is going to be mainly just cleaning up some character art that I did earlier in the week, and then finishing up some pages so I can move on to newer pages. This is really hard. So I'm kind of getting it. The problem is it's just like it's so detailed that I think trying to do it this way is doing it a disservice, and it's not really helping me, so maybe I won't. I think I'm getting close though. Okay, well, it's a little bit more. Why don't we try to do a little bit more, because it's still not quite all of it. I mean, that's not nearly all of it, but I can at least kind of work a little bit more on the lace and the hands. Okay. Yeah. Looks pretty good. I think I can do some more a few more poses with try some more drapery. Like this. This is one too. Try this. It's like a running pose. I usually don't do this perspective, but considering it's really showing off the how the drapery is falling, like the dress is falling, kind of really makes it more interesting. Oops. Sorry. Brain's just I have a feeling that since I'm doing this earlier, though, I might run into the fact that not many people are used to coming on at this time to see me. But I did mention in the last stream, so maybe some people will show up soon. I thought maybe it might be actually easier for people, but most, I guess this is going to be a long one anyway, so. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I mean, glad no one is here for at this moment, because I just realized I forgot to do some music. No wonder it was so quiet. I was just like, what? Oh yeah, I do like the fantasy one better, because at least if okay. So. Get rid of these. Okay, let's do some other stuff like some more difficult poses. This is like camera work kind of stuff right here. This isn't even, or some crazy perspective. I'm not sure. I don't like this one. I'm not gonna do this one. Change my mind. So I'm just trying to find a good pose. Okay. Huh. Really? Nothing? Here we go. Sorry. These guys have always good poses. There you go. A male pose. Excuse me, jeez. Hopefully that didn't entirely pick up. I think I do need to find a better system for like notifying all of you when I'm streaming. This word of mouth isn't really working. Hmm. That's what I did wrong, this part. Because it's supposed to be up. That's actually up here. And this is here. Should have had dinner before I did the stream, but oh well. I guess I'll just have to have something afterwards. Fortunately, I already have some stuff prepared, so should be pretty easy. Just warm it up. Let's do one more and then we'll get to work. It's been 20 minutes. So let's just get to work because it's been 20 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Yikes, come on guys. There you go. Okay. That or that apparently. Okay. Okay. Gotta get rid of some of this weird, whatever this is, filter I put on this. Not sure what I even did to make it do that. I forgot. I think actually maybe one of these layers must be. No, they're on normal. So I don't know. Yeah, weird. I wonder if it's just this brush specifically. Whoa, what's wrong with this brush? I think it is just that brush. This looks different. So. I guess it was too early. That's okay. We'll get some work done early, and then that way, when everyone gets in, I'll be all in the groove of things. And done a couple different colors for her. Didn't really come up with a color scheme yet. Like a dark purple would be kind of cool. Sorry, I'm just focusing right now. I think for this one, I'm just trying to go for like this character who's like a kind of like someone who's watching over all the people in this town, because there's been like a power struggle, and she's come from a world where that was like tearing their country apart. Was like the after several elf invasions, their whole society kind of started to crumble. So she doesn't want that to happen here. So she kind of volunteered her services to kind of like try and help maintain order in this one area. They gave her asylum during the war, so they being humans gave her asylum on our plane of existence, and she decided to devote the rest of her life to trying to protect us. I don't like that. Maybe this should be... Maybe some gold on the edge. And then it doesn't look good. That looks better. Having that pot kind of a bright color for the edge to show up. Let's see. I kind of want a different color for the... What about like adding a little blue, actually? Because the orange doesn't really suit it either, really. I was going to use orange for the... to signify different types of dragons, but maybe I'll do just different patches of dark and light, so it's like blue and purple in her plate mail. Of course, she kind of has a dark history too, but only because she's from the same faction that Richard was a part of. So she's got a similar background to him. And she kind of was an extra character that I mean, she kind of came around because I was trying to think of someone to start the quest for my other comic, and she was the one who was going to tell the two friends that they needed to take care of a few loose ends in the city. Like there's some like uprisings that were happening, and she was going to pay them to try and get it all under control. Because some different warring factions were starting to rise. Oops. What? That's weird. That's the brush that was weird. I was going to do something strange and supernatural almost about her eyes, but for now, no. hairbrush I got. It's good for these like textured edges to the hair, but I just need to kind of mix it together so that it looks right. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, no one still. That's okay. I guess I was expecting this to be a big shock, kind of, to the system a little bit. I do like that texture. That's really nice. Get it like a soft kind of. Get a little bit smaller though. It'll be nice once I get some more color into the. I mean, right now it's already like. I'm actually glad I started early because now everyone's going to come in and I'm going to be like. Already have most of the base colors down for this, and I'll just be moving into just cleaning up and maybe working on the next one. That way. And actually get to the comics tonight. Hooray! Hurrah! Hurrah! Hooray! I'm tempted to have her be one of the characters that comes to his aid later on, because he's going to run into a lot of elements of his past, is the best way to put it. Hello, thanks for dropping in. Thought I'd do an earlier one today because just when it gets more, I feel bad about last week. I had to. Well, I mean, it was still a long stream, but I kind of felt bad ending it early. So here I am. Hello, thanks for dropping in. Oops. Oh, no problem. I just used the time to get ahead on this on drawing her. So I got like I started to get her colored in a little bit. So you didn't miss too much, honestly. I was just trying to figure out a good color scheme for her. I kind of think purple would be kind of cool. It's misleading in a way because she's not. Usually that's used for villains. Sorry, just concentrating on this. It's I'm using this brush pen that has it's a for hair. It has a nice texture to it for that. Thank you. Yeah. I like your color scheme. It's coming along pretty good. Let's add some more dark to it. You know what I can do? I'm gonna use the, no, I'm gonna use something different. Let's see, what should we use for the, feathers? I know I have some stuff I can use. Oh wow, I got a lot of regular pens here for some reason. I guess just dark is good. Although, maybe actually she would have like this around her neck. Like she's got the same tuft of feathers as her. I was gonna have this be this bird called, they're a fantasy creature called rocks, which are like giant birds that of mythic size. But someone pointed out that it looks kind of like a griffin, so I'm like, that would be kind of cool actually if she was just riding on a griffin. Yeah, it's a nice bit of light around her face too. That's fine, yeah. I'm glad you could make it. Trying to just add some more volume to this so it's a little bit more of like prevalent on her. Maybe if I just make the blue a little darker. Like that. Yeah, that can work. Yeah, blue and white go really. I think I just found out that they're one of those good combinations for like when you're trying to draw a creature that's just has white in it. Light blue makes a good shadow for the white. Need some warm colors for warm grays work as well. It's basically like mixing cool grays with warm ones. Like you can kind of get different kind of feels, and I just like the cool. Yeah, right. Didn't even think about it until I just remembered back to the days when I used to use Copics a lot. And usually what I could afford were the the ones that were the warm and cool grays. But I'm gonna try this. We'll see how long I last without any air conditioning. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, she was kind of, in a way, kind of. I think I was drawing her because I was looking for something, a good character, like a character who is like, kind of, not a. In the original, she wasn't 100% good, but she was necessary for the city, and she was the best choice for them to go to stick behind and support. Because unlike the other ones, she was honest. She may not have always agreed with them on everything, but they could trust her to be like always telling the truth. Whereas the other powers that were trying to struggle, like decided that they were gonna. Oops. Oh, that's fun. Sorry. Working on just cleaning up this drawing and making it look nice. She's a strong knight and a warrior. Oh, am I getting requests? Hold on. Oh. Special shout out to to my nieces. Glad they could make it and watch some of this. Thanks. Yeah. I'm really happy with how this is coming along. I'll work on him later. He's just a rough thumb at the moment. I'm gonna try and finish her up, and then I'll get on to drawing him, because she's the main focus, obviously. So. What was that? I think there was a. Oh right, I was gonna work on those practice things too. I had a couple of those practice drawings I did last time. That came out really good. So, like this one of him came out really good. These I could add these to the some of the pictures of him. There's him. What's the wait? What's this one? I gotta get through this. No, stop showing that one. This is the one. Yeah, I was gonna draw this one. It's just a wolf guy and a pixie. Just a relax. They're just relaxing on a hill. Let's bounce back to the other one first. Okay, finish her up before I get too far into something else and get sidetracked. I would like to get a time-lapse video made this week, if possible, so I want to finish one drawing. Yeah, I thought it'd be nice if it was the same color as the griffin's feathers on its head, because it's like a eagle kind of build to it. So I thought it'd be nice if she had something similar. For a second there, I was double guessing whether I should do blonde hair, but I think it looks nice on her. Like dark hair wearing purple armor is a bit more expected, so I kind of want to do something that's not quite as obvious. Oops. Yeah, this brush. I like this brushes like this where you can just spread out some of the paint so it can fill in certain spots like that. And all of her armor is just dragon scale because she protected her home from dragons. So she had it fashioned to, in some spots to look like it, and in some spots it is. See. Oh, that's I'll get that's my one of my main characters from my comic, the old comic actually. He will show up in this one. I'll even give him some color so he's easier to. Hey, that's way too dark. He's He's got very light skin because he's indoors all the time. Actually gonna probably lighten this for a second so I can draw on top of it with a pen. Oops, that's too small. Oops, that's too small. There we go. Hey. He's like an advisor for her when he's not stuck being a professor. Which he hates. Alright, I was gonna give him blonde hair too, because he's got he's Grace's brother, so he wouldn't have red hair. He used to have red hair, but then I changed him to being Grace's brother, so he'd have blonde hair as well. Kinda hard to draw him so small. I'm not used to. I'm used to him just being like more like this, where he's got like a narrow chin and some sharp features. And he's always dressed up with a tie and a suit. And this giant cloak that he likes to wear. With these pointy pauldrons. Or like they're just like part of the suit, kind of like just a fabric that bends, kind of. So. He's flying on a bug that because he can summon, he can bring them, he can create them, so they're just made of magic. So and this is just it looks like it's dangerous, but this really is just a giant dragonfly, so it's not really dangerous at all. I mean, it's more used for speed, honestly. It gets in places fast. His powers are pretty much like yeah. He can he's is a necromancer, but he doesn't like to mess with people. He only brings back ancient creatures because he thinks it's really cool to like. He's obsessed with like animals of like the old of the distant past, like the giant animals that existed long ago, kind of. And giant insects were one thing, so. And since he's bringing them back, he doesn't have to worry about all the issues that they would have if they were actually like living. So, like how a bug this big would need a lot more oxygen. It's like, nope, not this one. Doesn't breathe. Problem solved. Let's see. And much like Clay, but he shares that same trait of looking more scary than he actually is. He's actually a pretty relaxed person. He looks stressed out a lot, but he's actually a pretty relaxed individual, especially when he's reading. Like if you give him a good book, he'll be your best friend. Especially a first edition leatherback, he'll just be like, "Okay, we're best friends now." And signed, okay, friends for life. I'll have to get a reference for the middle part of the bug, but that's okay for now. I don't really... I'm not too worried. I just wanted to clean him up a little bit so he looked more like a person, and less like a doodle on on the side of the paper drawing. Even though he's still going to have some features that are going to be like really rough because he's too small to see all of them anyway. Like, I'm not going to go into the detail of, like, his fingers and stuff because he's tiny compared to her, so there's no point. There we go. It's like shrink. Now I gotta add some more lines to her because he stands out too much over her. But I need to draw lines over her anyway, so. See, this is me drawing the way I was talking to you last time about where I'm using my shoulder, my elbow and my shoulder to make longer lines. Because drawing a straight line like that's hard if you don't do that. Let's see. Yes, he is. That's right. Yeah, the one that thinks that she'll love it, and then it turns out that she's terrified of them. He doesn't get it. He's just sitting there so proud of what he did, and she's just like, "Ah." This is looking better now. Sharpening some of this. Oops, I put it on the wrong layer though. Let's use a different pen actually for her. Yeah, this is better. Okay, yeah, I gotta fix that. I just noticed, whoops, wrong layer. There we go. Clean up her boots. Still not sold entirely on this color for the boot, but maybe if I add it to more of it, actually it'll be better, because maybe it's just that it's like if I make it a tall boot, actually that might be making a better boot. Yeah, let's change it to that. Oops. Yeah, that already looks better with it being not being a, because that line was okay, but it just kind of like separated it in a way that made it look strange, and I didn't like the pattern it was making, so that looks better already. Of course. Plus, it's a good thing this isn't an actual regular bug, because it would probably, if it had any sentience, it would be scared out of its mind being next to a giant bird. It's just like, Master, why did you summon me here? I'm scared. Please let me leave. Make the make it this color. No, that fights her too much. He's actually going to be a similar red to. He's got a pretty close red to hers actually. Like his coat is kind of like her pants. but a little bit darker. So he's got like this. Yeah. And then just like there we go. Nice and simple for him. He likes. It's gonna darken some areas, and then I'll move on to another drawing, I think. Just for a little while, because she's looking good. I think I can just move on to something else, probably. Yeah. It's looking pretty good. I think I can move on to another one. Cool. Okay. Save, because I don't want to forget. What should I work? Let's see. So I was working on a couple different ones. I think I'm working on some of those drawings that I was just showing, the in process ones, because it would be fun to get some of those colored. And then in a little bit I'll do some comic pages. But oh yeah, this is from when I was doing the drawing practice. So, because today, like, there's, what else was there? There's a couple different ones I did. Here's some of the old ones, like Richard, one of June. Maybe I'll make this a cleaner version of this. Actually, I haven't drawn her in a while. She was another character from the old comic that right. Wow, these bugs are big. They're scary. I don't like them. I'll try a different color for her hair. See if I think she was. Because like I said in the last one, I don't want them to all be related, so I'm going to give her brown hair, actually. So she's going to be, or like auburn, kind of like brown, dark brown. And she's actually in the comic too. She's going to show up and help them try and get information on where Grace might be. because Richard knows that if he goes exploring everywhere, he's gonna kind of like set off a lot of alarms, and a lot of people are gonna start looking for him, and he doesn't want the attention. So he has her do all the research. But let's lower the opacity so I can do a nicer. And she's definitely inspired by Ty Lee. Like I just, yeah, she's takes a lot of inspiration from her and from Suki, kind of like maybe mixed a little bit with Batgirl, because she's got like the detect. She wants to be a. She's kind of a detective, so. Because of some recent characters I've been drawing, I gotten more into drawing like eyelashes, and making them look like really sharp and clean, like that. Full, I guess is the word I meant to say. Yeah, full thick eyelashes. I'll try and figure out some way she's attached to them. I'll just say that like she is an acquaintance of the family, kind of like like maybe she no has a past with Grace, as a like she's like a close friend of Grace. I put, I don't know why, but I was having fun, so I put this flower in her hair. I'm like, yeah, that's something random that she would do, is just throw a flower in her hair. Yeah. I do like. She's got these huge braids. And most of her magic is like hidden in rune, like essentially in like woven into fabrics on her, and like some tattoos, but mostly just like the inside of her sleeves, and like on like wraps around her arms for like workout wraps. It is funny though that I think the other difficult issue I had with my other comic is that like both her and Clay are both optimists, so it was kind of like Cole was always outnumbered when it came to like like the mood. He would just be like, "Well, we're in trouble," and they both be like, "No, everything's great." This is like, why do I have these as my? Why am I teamed up with you guys? Shorten that handle a little bit. She also has these like these huge. I don't know if she's gonna have these in this because they feel a lot like Arcane with the big boxing. The big mining gloves. But then again, it's not like they're the first people to do that either, so I don't see a really harm in. Thank you, and I'm glad you could drop by. Yeah, this is a character from a comic this is like the first comic idea I had, and now I'm bringing her into a comic I'm working on now. And I looked up some like gymnastics and ballerina drawings for her, just so I could illustrate her like how like how she moves, essentially. Like she's very like flexible and just fast. Not always the person you want to go in if you want a building to be standing, because she's kind of like a tornado sometimes. If she's on a mission and she's really and she knows she has to get answers fast, she'll just like go through a place and just like activate all of her abilities and just become like a whirlwind of just punchings and kicks. But other times she's just uncares. She's also like randomly also just like super like positive and warm. So it's like you don't know what you're gonna get. Just in the original story, because all three characters are kind of like well, the two main characters were doing like community service because they were like on the wrong side of a situation and kind of like made it to look like villains or like troublemakers, and she was gonna be the one that was watching over to make sure they got everything done, essentially. Because one of them was a earth, because use earth magic, so he was made to basically just fixed the town after all the wizard duels, which he didn't mind too much. He just didn't like that he was stuck in the city because he likes to go out and explore. He's not the kind of person who likes to stay in one place too long. And the other guy was stuck with being a professor, and he doesn't like people in general, especially not teaching. He especially does not like teaching children. So he does love books though, so he kind of like compromised and found that helped him get through the day. But I figured like Ty Lee, her color scheme would probably be like white and pink or something like that. That'd be kind of fun. Let's try that out. I'm gonna see how I can mix that together. Whoops. Forgot our boots. Where's... There it is. Okay. There we go. Now I'm just going to zoom out and I'm going to try and add in some colors for fun. Let's see what happens when... Because like I said, I was going to give her like her hair... I'm thinking maybe this color for her hair. Because originally she was going to be related to the Necromancer character, but I was like, now that I added him as the brother of Grace, the mother that in the story is like the one in danger that they're trying to go save from a environmental like catastrophe. There's actually a site. Let me check it out. I think it's just KOLORS, I think is what it is. I'll check that out to make sure that's what it is. Nope. I'm wrong. I thought that's what it was, but it's what was it? Cool. Is this it? I think this is it. I was close. Ugh, but it's kind of a pain, and it's got like a whole bunch of... It's called Coolors.co. So like COLLORS.co. And then you can just like you'll get like a random assortment of colors that will mix together with one that will be like a contrasting color. And you can like, I guess this one's kind of a... There are better ones that are entirely free, but this one, because this one has like a if you if you go with our pro version, you can do shading and all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't need that. Yeah, no problem. I keep forgetting to save this to my resources, so I'm gonna do that right now too. There we go. Because I'll have to remember what that other one was, because I had another one that was just was the same thing, but it didn't have any like, it wasn't an app, and it didn't like so it didn't have the whole like it's trying to sell you on a pro version that costs money kind of thing. But yeah, you can, if you click on the letter numbers, you can you get a slider that kind of has like the different colors, and you can move it around and pick, or you can just keep refreshing the page. And or no, nope, I guess not. Let me see. How do you change it? Because I know there's a way to make it so it I guess you could just keep clicking on palette generator, and you'll every time you hit palette generator, it'll give you a new random assortment. And they're usually like oh, that one's terrible. Gosh, this one looks kind of like, it looks almost like that that one type of ice cream where it has like the strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate all together. Oh, this one looks cool. I might try something like this because this has a tan, a bright orange, a bright red, a white, and a black. That could look cool for like a Halloween drawing. Like maybe like have my villain cosplaying as like Edward Scissorhands or something. But yeah, I was gonna do some. I forget. Don't want to lose what I was doing. Oops. Nope. Sometimes I fill in like this. Sometimes I fill in with the fill bucket. It depends on what mood I'm in. This is a pretty loose sketch, so it makes more sense to just do it this way. If this was a little tighter, I probably would I mean, it's loose in some spots. I probably could get away with the fill tool, but it's okay. Let's see what a pink looks like on her. I'm gonna try or like a very light purple. Something like this. Mixed with like, I'm trying to think what would be good with this color. It's too bright. Yeah, that's too bright. I think if I changed it to more like this is a better color for her. Yeah. This kind of fits her a little bit more. Just for the, maybe like just that part of it, and then maybe maybe this is like a mix of different types of tape, and it's like white and pink. Would be kind of fun. So I don't know what else would be a good color for her. I'll just do her skin color next, and then I'll probably move on to the... Oops. Oh, she's gonna have... Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's a good one. She kind of looks like if Belle was took up kickboxing with the way I do the hair. That'd be a fun series of drawings, actually, if like draw the all the princesses as like not. I mean, or as like, I think I've seen some people that do that where they make them like superheroes. And so, some of those look really good. I think she just has like a gray top on there. I'm very... Maybe I'll make it for just the cuffs of the shirt. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure something out for her. Because originally it wasn't going to be this bright, but I kind of like the bright color. Right? Does this work? This might be too bright. Yeah, it's too bright. Maybe that... Try that light blue again? But like, nah... That might contrast too much, possibly. Well, not really. Because it's not the, If I do like a blue like this, that might... Like, give her all pastel colors. That might be kind of cool. You know what? I am gonna do a fill because I'm not sure if I like this, so we'll find out. See? Bing, 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 bing. Actually, that looks kind of nice. In a way, right? It's like it might even like add to her character as if she's like this like it shows her like personality a little bit. Yeah, I like that. And then maybe like a dark purple mixed in with that or something, or dark. Okay, let's see how this looks. About on the shoulder, but I did like the yeah, that I like the white more than the idea of white being mixed with the light. Maybe the boots could be dark. That stands out way too much. Maybe make them just like close to her skin, her hair color, like kind of like. But maybe just a little darker. Like that. Maybe that's in here too? Or... Nah. Here? No. Here? No. I'm trying to think. I'll play around with her some more. Because, I mean, from a distance, that looks okay. I think it's, putting her in pastel colors is definitely might be what I do, because I haven't done it before, and she'd be the perfect, like, the perfect character to start with. Just how she acts and everything is just exactly how it just fits perfectly with that whole color scheme. Let's see, who else do we got? Oh yeah, the poster. Oops. June's poster on that she like, or her daydream where she is like a warrior. Forgot about that one. The waitress character I redrew. Maybe I'll do that one today too. Because here's the bug guy in. Whoops. Using all of his abilities. It's very loose, obviously, but he can like bring creatures back to life. He can bring other things. That's the butterfly lady again. Did some sort of timber drawings because I was trying to stick to the theme of the month, but I kind of just got so tied up in drawing my own characters. There she is again. There's just some random characters, and I think I finished on drawing a cool picture of her, which is... Oh, this character was cool too. I liked him. He came out good. But I did one of her that I really like. I just gotta find it. Oh, there's the other one of her, because I wanted to show that Grace looks so much different from June. I mean, from Annabelle. Because Annabelle's the one with the that I was just coloring in. And Grace has the hair that's parted, but it's longer, and she's got a bun. I'm trying to find. I know I drew her. I thought it was in here. Oh yeah, him. The villain. I think it's close by. Is it not in this one? I thought it was in this one. Oh no, did I lose? I hope I didn't lose it. I think I might have. Oh no, that's a shame. Oh well. Oh, no worries. I was just looking for a drawing that I was going to work on next, because I had been trying to do some pastel colors for the that one character. Oh yeah, there's this one too. I forgot about that one. She's not near that? No, I thought she was, but I guess not, because that's Grace and Richard Steele song. Why does it keep opening? That's annoying. Let's see. I realized I also have a bunch of pages in here, so let's see if I can find ones that are... Oh yeah, here's the me working on that one. But I have the weird thing is I have that saved in 2 spots, so I'm not sure why it... Let's work on this page, actually. I'll be right back. I'm going to turn the air conditioner back on. So, because I'm melting. Gonna make it a little bit louder, but that's okay. Oh yeah. No. I do wonder why it does this, where it sets up all the panels in the wrong order. Yeah, that's why I thought it'd be fun to work on this one. Even though it's a much later in the story, it's still... it's a good point because it doesn't give any spoilers away. What is it doing this? Why? There. It wouldn't let me make a... Here's what I don't get, though, is this is 2 panels for some reason. Oh, I know why. I need to... I know exactly what I did. That's not a... Need to correct that. Oops. There we go. Wait, nope. That didn't work. Why didn't it work? I should have done that. Well, oh bother. I might just have to do this. Wait. Wait, how? Never mind. What a pain. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna... Whoops. Quiet. Do that. And remake all the panels. Whoops. Nope. Turn off aspect ratio. Come on, go. There we go. Okay. Lower the opacity so I can see. That, like that, like that, like that. There we go. Okay. it's nothing. Do. Oops. But yeah, following their their fight with the bounty hunters, she doesn't. She feels a little bit overwhelmed by everything. So he's and let down that she wasn't as much help as she was hoping she would have been in that fight. So he's just, instead of giving her some false like promise of that things will get better, he's like, you know, your grandmother was into was a bard as well, so why don't we go to the cabin where and a lot of her notes are there, and while I go off and do some things you can study. So yeah, she I do like drawing her guitar, honestly. It's a really fun shape. It's a bit of a challenge, but it's okay. I like a challenge. If I were smart, I would just make it into an object that I could just redraw really quick, but nah, not yet. Maybe when I get further into the story, and I'll do that. But right now, nah. I'm sure there's something I could just make it in Blender, and then I could import it back in. Maybe I'll do something like that. Yeah, as long as you credit me, you go for it. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't see your message until right now. But yeah, no, as long as you point people to me, I don't mind. Wait, is this? Oh no. Whoops. Oh, I know what to do. I can just do this. Wait, what? I should have... There we go. I wanted to make sure I was drawing in the panel, because otherwise it's gonna just bleed in. It's just gonna be in the gutters, and I don't want that. The only tricky part about this is I have to change this a little bit so that it's out further, so it doesn't get in the way of her fingers. So I guess I'll just do that, because otherwise the yeah, it would be in the way of changing the notes. So maybe I'll just push it up further. Oops. By just drawing this first and then drawing this attached. She has this gem at the very end of her guitar. Yeah, I don't mind it. Thank you. Yeah, because I'd be flattered. Any fan art's always welcome. Like all these characters are. I used to just have specific ones I liked, but honestly, I think I said this in one of my other streams with you that the way I've gotten back into these comics is I made aspects of each character that I really like drawing. Like with Richard, it's his mustache because it's pretty epic. With her, it's her hair and the guitar because I just like her mid-length hair. It just has a really nice look to it, I think, and his hair is fun to draw too, actually, because he's got like not what you'd think he'd have like a like crew cut or something, but he has this longer hair. Because he's been a retired. He's a He left the military a while ago, so I figured it could grow in and all that. Like maybe that would be a fun way even to do flashbacks. Is he's got still has the Okay, sorry, I didn't see you said that. Whoops. Fix this. Yeah, for people who haven't heard the pitch for this, the story is these two are on a mad dash journey, kind of, to run and save her, and reunite with her mother, because there's this like disaster that's about to happen that will could be really dangerous for her. Wait, where is that? Ah, okay. There. I don't know why that was. Huh. But yeah, and it'll have an A and a B story where sometimes it'll be from her point of view with. Actually, it'll even have like other point. Like sometimes it'll even be from Richard's point of view, because there'll be times where like they have to split up. And then the other story will be from Grace's point of view, trying to first trying to just like showing what life in this area that she's in is like, because it's already dangerous even before this disaster. But she knew that. But then, like, when she finds out the truth about what's happening, and it's kind of like she starts to like try and leave, and the antagonist appears and tries to start being in her way so she can't escape. And the way he does it is he keeps threatening the animals in the area, and it kind of like lures her. He keeps luring her back in. Is the idea right now. I might come up with some more ways he hinders her. But yeah, for the moment, it's pretty much just based around her love of animals and nature that she's, and her the character that's with her, Nyla Winters, is also like very protective of like wildlife. So they kind of both agree that like even if they have to escape, they don't want this guy being left alone to have fun with these creatures and hurt them. So they're trying to find a way to like limit his ability to affect them. Because right now he's not even on Earth. He's like sending copies of himself to do it, to mess with them. I don't know about this panel. This is kind of messy. I don't like the I might have to do this one again from a different perspective. See if anyone's on the. While you're doing that, I'm gonna just check something really quick because I want to make sure. If they are, I'll just. Nope. Okay. I didn't think so. I think I'm in the clear tonight anyway, but I'm glad I get to. Which is great because it means I can just, like, use as much time as I want to just work on this stuff. So. Because. Oops. Okay, there we go. He's a big fellow. Inspired by I keep forgetting the guy's name, but he's from Nausicaa Valley of the Wind. I mean, there's a couple, like, elderly people or older people in that have, like, long mustaches and beards, and that style really, like, stuck with me when I was working on him. Like, when I first drew him, the mustache was small, but then I was like, the fun thing to do with like, comic characters and cartoon characters in general is to push their proportions and exaggerate things. So with him I did that. Her, not really. I think I gave her kind of big eyes, but not too big. I think with her, I push expressions on her a lot, if I can. And my first pass, I usually just do rough like this, and then or this is technically second pass, but I'm cleaning it up so it's still kind of first pass. And then I'll add color and oops, all that fun stuff. Oops. Nope. Okay. It kind of changes point of view a little bit. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I was just talking about the comic a little bit. Yeah, he has to like, in order to find, because even like Cole is hidden himself as well. He's the one who actually told um, Grace about like how to hide from the elves, because he did it. He figured it out even before them, and he gave her the spell that Richard kind of like changed to fit them more, and like and it was a bigger spell so more people could fit in the sanctuary. So it's like a mini, like it's like a village that like of people that are all hiding from the winter elves, and like just recuperating and getting ready for the next time they can strike. So, but that's not what this story's about. That might be a future story with this character involved, but I figured it'd be more fun to introduce the world with something a little bit less. I mean, not as common to see in this kind of environment, which is a disaster movie kind of, instead of a fantasy war. It's like the disaster movie that happened because of the war. Part of me was just like, oh no, did I create essentially like the core mixed with Lord of the Rings? Oh no. But even if I did, it's a different story, so that metaphor could work, I guess. It's more like extinction mixed with Lord of the Rings, because where like the alien invasion, where like it was the that was changing people, because that's more what this dimensional rift is doing. It's changing the environment and like terraforming everything. He's got this little bug that's like a bad that can it's part of how he finds the dimension. You know, it's like no bugs were hurt in the making of this spell. Oh yeah, at work today I saw a huge spider, so I and I know that the person I was working with hates them and would have stomped on it, so I used an air hose and blew it away so that it wouldn't get hurt. I'm like, run, little guy! This guy's violent. You want to run? He's scarier than you. Trust me. Mystic Thing. You know, I still haven't seen that cartoon. I need to, because I kind of just was probably busy with this, honestly, or I don't know. It just kind of fell into the background, and I kept saying I was going to watch it, but I never did. But I'd like to. I have no problem with them changing the lineup, because I mean, Leonardo's been the leader forever. It's kind of would be nice to see someone else take up the mantle. I mean, considering in the comics, Michelangelo's the most skilled. So, I mean, other than the fact that he's kind of always portrayed as the least responsible, he's still the most skilled. Which is why that Ronin comic is... I need to read that. Although it's kind of sad. So I don't know if I want to read it now. I'm kind of trying to avoid sad stuff. Yeah, no, I like the style. And I like that they gave them some of them like some new weapons. Because they're trained in like everything. So it's kind of weird that they for the longest time were like, no, Leonardo has to have the swords, like, but he's trained in other things. You don't need the swords anymore. You're not drawing them all as the same model. So you can pretty much just like give them, do what they kind of did, which is giving them all different traits. Yeah, I like his design. He's got that really cool like crack shell, and it looks really good. I'll have to look up what artists were involved in that, because I really like that art style. It's a little too long here, so I gotta make it a little shorter. But it's funny that like in the old cartoon, they even mention in that Michelangelo is trained in that other weapon that I keep forgetting the name of, but it's essentially the chain and with mini the small scythe. I can't. It's got a long name, but yeah, he uses it one time and brags about it, and then it's like you never see him use it again, and I'm like, but guys, even coming from a like toy perspective, why didn't you make him use this more often? I'll definitely check it out, because my favorite so far has been the Nickelodeon one where Splinter had like a really clean design. I'm trying to think what it was, where he had the reddish brown fur and like the salt and pepper mixed in there too, so he looked like he was like middle aged. But it looked really good. I think they kind of tried to implement that into the show that came after that was, well, I think into that one that you're talking about, I think they might have put some of that element into that one too, where he's a little younger, because it worked out better. Like making him really old kind of limited what he could do in the show. I wish they could put some of the more of the comic characters into the show though, because like there's a character that's a snow wolf that is kind of like a gray area character, like I can't even remember, like it's just another mutant, and it essentially it sees the Shredder is like this person that they feel they kind of have to work for, just because of he's so much stronger than them, but they're kind of like, the minute I'm stronger than the Shredder, I'm gonna rebel. So there's this whole like power dynamic, kind of like Starscream kind of thing going on with them, where they're always kind of planning to backstab him. I don't know. I just like fox. I like foxes. They're a fun animal, and it's one of the more creative ones I felt to add in because like there's an alley cat and it's like come on guy. I mean I get it, but like you have a rat, so you bring in a cat. That's kind of not that creative. Like I think that like even the Sewer King is a more creative solution to that than that. Because at least he's kind of like a Pied Piper kind of character that can be used against Splinter. Because I've seen that one movie where it was like the crossover movie where they had like all the Ninja Turtles except for I mean obviously the newest one wasn't there, but all the other ones meet each other. Like the turtles from the 2005 show, I mean, 2003 show met the turtles from the like late 80s, and they met the turtles from the comic, and that was kind of fun. And it fit with Ninja Turtles because all of them have like dimension jumped all over the place. Even in the comics, they do that, so it's not like that's out of place. They even had crossovers with that is it Yosaki Yojimbo, Usaki Yojimbo, yeah. They had some crossovers with him where he showed up on the old 80s show. I do wonder if he's going to show up in any of the newer ones. But I think they don't have the rights to that character anymore. Or to even use them, because I don't know if they're, I think that was only given to that toy, to the Bandai people to use him. So, no one, if anyone else tried to, they'd have to make a new contract, probably. I don't know. Yeah, where he's just he's one of the earliest like one of the earlier like indie like comic book creators. Like it was so hard back then to get something self public, like essentially like approved by Diamond and like published that way. It's like unheard of back then, but he did it. He managed to get it published, and like that's incredibly rare. Like even when PvP did it later with, although that was a little easier because, but not much. But he at least had Image there because an Image is much kinder to indie artists than I can't remember who they was it they were published by Archie Comics I think first, weren't they? I think that's who picked them up first. And then they moved over to someone else. Maybe it wasn't Dark Horse, was it? I think it was something else. I I know it's not the two big ones, I don't think. I think it's like another side studio. But I'd have to look it up. just do this wrong? Yes. No, wait, no, I didn't. I just... Yeah, no, I didn't. Well, it's interesting that in the original, like, comic, it's a self-contained story as well. Like, he never planned for it to be, like, a huge series. It was just going to be a story about revenge. And they get revenge at the end. It was actually, a parody of Daredevil. And if you look at it, I didn't realize it until I actually learned more about Daredevil. Because Daredevil fights the hand and they fight the foot. Cool. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can. Maybe I can just click on open web browser. How come I can't just? Ah. I swear Huh. You know what? Fine. I'll just do it this way. Computer, you're being very rude, computer. I'll do it the other way I could do it. No. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'll have to watch that again, because that is such a cool story. I love these. Yeah, you have a really nice style. Oh, I like the pig one. That's really cool. Wow, I've been meaning to do a drawing like that. Honestly, I really want to do like a shopkeeper, and like practice doing like drawing props by like making a huge like layout and try it like. But yeah. I'll have to check that out later. If you post it on your feel free to post it on your page, obviously. I know exactly what you mean by that. But just to let you know, from someone else's point of view, it is looking good. Like I can tell, like there's so much that you have to get like even like slight. If anything's even like slightly off, it really could throw things out. But I think it looks good. So, yeah. This is the tricky thing with Richard, is trying to draw, like, sometimes, like, show the mouth. I want to show. I'm not gonna always hide it. Sometimes I want it to be a little visible. So I'll just show like part of it dipping down sometimes. Oops. I hate this. Just trying to draw the right line. There. No, that's wrong. Trying to draw the right line. Nope. There we go. Okay. That only took like 8 tries to get that one line. Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? It's like, because you want to, like, even now I drew the perspective wrong on the, and I'm fixing it right now because it's a little off. But I mean, it's pretty quick fix because I purposely gave him a. I mean, this mustache shape is very simple, so, and that's what I love about it. Like most of Ghibli's beards are even more complex than that. They're more like that. They're kind of more like this. Which I might give someone, actually. That looks kind of fun too. I might give a character that later on. Do 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 do. Also, I like his coat. Honestly, he's got this cool like flight jacket kind of, with like the cut like the fur coming out of it, and that's fun to draw. And here he's just like, okay, I'm gonna go visit your uncle. You remember the one, right? Like, I mean, you can come with me if you want. You remember what it's like there, though, right? Like, oh no, the flashbacks. And the problem is, Grace is kind of like that too. She's I mean, she's not a necromancer, so she doesn't summon big monsters, but she definitely has. She loves all creatures, including insects. So. I mean, her latest obsession in the story is that she's found out that like a lot of dinosaurs have like have found their way to our world again, and they're like they've changed so they can survive, and she's so excited to see them back, like even if they're like she's trying to make sure they stay in the nature preserve so that they don't go like rampaging through cities. But she's just nerding out big time, like just like getting to do research on like dinosaurs and like habit, like yeah, their behaviors, which no one's been able to do. Even though technically these are new creatures because they've changed since when they were in the fairy realm. It's like still they're as close as any scientist is ever going to get to like studying a dinosaur like this closely. And her intern, the Nyla Winters, the half dragon, is also a huge fan of that as well. So they're both just like on cloud nine, which is why they're so distracted because they're just like huh, it feels like there's some more like earthquakes and stuff in this area, but dinosaurs. I'm gonna give him sharp teeth here. And maybe even like the Invader Zim hair, like make it all like pointy. Like she's just remembering him as this like as his gremlin. So that when you see him later on and he's like actually like a well-dressed individual who's pretty calm, you're like, oh, okay, never mind. Like she just had a really bad experience, that's all. Maybe even like change how make his spikes scarier, so they're like more jagged and give him like claws instead of hands. Trigger warning for people with arachnophobia. Sorry. But it's the only way to show just how terrified she is. Although it's a jumping spider, so I think they kind of, to a degree, I think people have agreed that they're like cute enough that they don't really elicit the same response. Because they're like, they have just like little pincers. I mean, this one's pretty big, but... right? In this situation, yeah, where she's just like, why is he doing this? Is he evil? Are my friends right? Is he an evil scientist? Actually, I'm gonna give him even sharper features, because he does have a high-rise chin, I mean cheekbones, so I'm gonna make it so he's got like, and his nose is gonna be long because he does have an exaggerated nose, but it's not this exaggerated. But to her, he looks like this. In her memories when she was a kid, of course everything's gonna be exaggerated. That's even better. Like, just the eyes that are just like super dilated, like she's just like frozen in fear. Gotta make her mouth a little smaller because she's not that big. Oh no, I was gonna do the funny mouth. I forgot that I changed it to be more like. It doesn't. I don't know. I'm gonna try and because I changed it a little to be more like wobbly. That's kind of what I was going for, I think. So this is her as like a teenager, just being like, okay, like a young teenager, is just like, great, great. I want to go home. Yeah, I think that's even better actually with the face like, uh. It's just, meanwhile, he's just trying to be a good uncle and get her excited about science, and he's just scaring the bejesus out of her. She's like, okay, great. Can I go home for and I never want to see these creatures ever again. Any of them, ever, ever, ever. But look at the size of this bee. Isn't that so cool? He's giant. It's like buzzing in your ear like, uh-huh. That's great. Thank you. A new nightmare. Her uncle is her paralysis demon. Poor guy. He didn't mean to. He's just too excited about his own skill set, and he thought he could get her excited too, but nope. She's fun to draw. I'll have to do some more flashbacks with her character design. She's got like the Go for it, yeah. like I said, it's far enough into the future of the comic that it's definitely not a spoiler, and it's so like its own moment in the comic. That's what I love about it, and I'm trying to do more of like that with the comic in general. Is like make it so that like people can. I mean, there's obviously going to be a lot of canon stuff in there, but like I do want to have pages every once in a while where someone could just pick it up and read that page alone and be fine. Which is kind of why there's a whole like side arc where she goes and does some exploring up on her own early in the story, because I wanted to just do like her own small adventure there. It's like, gosh, would you look at that? I have so much more to learn. I don't think I have time to go with you. Darn. Darn the luck. She's just got a sweat going down her head. It's like... maybe like a few drops. I don't want to get excessive, but she's just like... yeah. Like, oh, yep. Uh-huh. Like, darn. I wish I could come tell him I said hi. Have a good trip. See this? Yeah. How did I do it up here? I don't want to... okay. It is bigger. This is what I mean by I want to just put it in Blender, is because like I keep drawing it differently from panel to panel, and I just need to be more consistent with the guitar. Like I keep changing the shape a little bit. I might even make it just a brush, honestly. Like just like plop guitar in. Although maybe a 3D object would be better, because then I could just put it in at different angles and draw it. I love putting like crazy faces on people. Because I always... I think it's because I always feel kind of like I'm cheating when I just do a character sheet like of a new OC and I just draw them with a simple face, and then so like now I try to even with like the main one, I try to like add a little bit of personality into it, because I heard that like a lot of Disney animators say that they were encouraged by their mentors to just do that, to not just don't just draw the character, make sure to make them drawing in a mood or something. And she's just kind of got her head to her hand to her head, just like, "Oh darn, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Dad, but I can't come with you. I know you. Tell him I said hi, and I'm sorry I couldn't make it this time. I'm sure I'll see him again soon." Okay, I'll fix that hand later. I know it's a little off, but it's just this is just like the main line work. I can clean it up too. But I am happy with that expression. That came out really good. You know what it is? It's definitely inspired by the old oh gosh, like Snoopy, like Peanuts, like those Sunday morning comics, like the faces that Charlie Brown would make. It's kind of like what I'm trying to do with that. It's like one of those like or Calvin and Hobbes, honestly, because Calvin Hobbes is a huge like influence on me for me on just reading comics in general. And I don't even know if, like, compared to some of the web comics now, the humor might not be quite as sharp, but for that time, like when it came out, that was like the humor was pretty good. And like I mean his art is awesome. So like a lot of web cartoonists look at his art and say that's what started their art style, them on the path. So kind of made her head a little too big, I think, for her hand. That's the problem. So I'll definitely have to make her hand big, right? Yeah, her hand's gonna be way bigger, I think. Yeah, because this hand's like this. This hand's actually more correct, where it's like. Oh, by the way, congratulations on reaching 100 subs. I just saw that one too. I forgot to say something, but I had to make this head a little smaller. That's the easier thing to do. There. Oops. What? Oh. Alright. Oh, whoops. Hold on. I had it selected. There we go. That's better. Her head was a little too big. Yeah, no, I think it looks great. Yeah, I think your stuff's really coming along. Like, I mean, the fact that it's good to see you push yourself like that last one. It's always good to see people try new things. Like, I started today off trying to draw dresses because I'm fabric is one of my weaknesses. So I was like, I'm gonna find some photos of like the women in dresses and try and draw like the most frilly dresses possible. And I mean, it didn't go great, but that's because I need to practice more. Because same with cars. I need to like practice drawing cars more. Cars, spacecraft. Even though I do mostly fantasy, that's no excuse. Like, my comic deals with creatures from other realms, so there's nothing that. So that means that there could be a future comic where like there are like a fantasy race that do space travel. So like, I don't want to like just hinder myself by pretending that I can get away with not doing it. Yeah, it does. Like if you can find a art store that does figure drawing, that helps too. But that can be tricky sometimes. But I was lucky that like I found one nearby. It was like almost. It was one town over, but it was like only like 10 minutes away, so it was really close. And then it was really close, and now it's back to being farther away, but it's still not too far. If I really wanted to go, I could, but my only problem is that they only have figure drawing classes, and doing figure drawing classes is much different than going to a open figure drawing session because there's a teacher. And the last time I went there, like they came around and started evaluating my work, and I'm like, thank you, but I'm not here to. No offense, but I'm not here to learn. I'm here to just draw. It's like your critique is appreciated, but not really needed. It's like I know what I'm doing right and wrong to in some degree, and if I wanted, I would ask. But and where is the cheese and wine? No. Because that's what we used to do when we had the open sessions. There was like snacks there, and it was fun. Nice people. I'm glad I can that we can. It's fun drawing, having someone to talk to while I draw, if nothing else. Because yeah, it's. I just find it it just makes the time go by easier, and it's more fun to have people that are into similar things. So. Because like at work, I try and talk to people about like animation, and they're like, nah. It's like, what do you mean? Like, what else matters? I talked to someone today that said that they'll never watch any of the Ghibli films, and I'm like, never? What do you mean never? I don't understand that. Because I don't even like certain horror movies, but I'm sure I'll see. I would never say I'll never see them. I'm sure there's like some random like scenario where I might say yes. I mean, doubtful, but possible. How we doing on time? Oh, nice. I got 3 hours already today. Cool. I told you I would make up for the other day. Yeah, I got this whole page like inked in pretty much. Like I might make some slight alterations later because I like to walk away and let a page like settle, and then I'll come back to it and evaluate it to see how everything holds up, like layout wise. But I'm pretty happy with this overall. Like, sure, there's small things I can fix, but nothing's. Everything seems like it's in place right where I want it. So. You know what? I'm gonna give her the same eyes. Actually, in the last panel, where she's just got the super dilated eyes, and she's just like, I forgot. I don't want to go. It's like, this looks like a good time to do some studying. So yeah, that came out pretty good. There's the whole setup. I'm probably adding some background elements too, like, I mean, it's a small cabin, so it's not like it'd be super hard. I'll just put in like a wood texture behind him, maybe. Let's just do that. That's a really light, like, log kind of cabin look. And you can't tell. She's got one of those stands that you put like musical sheets on, like right here. That's how she's looking at that, because it's not on the tables are way over here. So but this one, I'm also gonna, for the background, I'm just gonna add more like mania lines, just to make it emphasize just how, like, maybe even like do like silhouettes of insects, actually, like just like do this to add more in, but like make them like silhouettes. I don't know if I want to put more spiders. I think one's enough. What else should I put? Maybe just more bugs in general. Just like a beetle's flying over her head. Nah, I think that's too much. I'm gonna do some lower opacity ones. I think that might be a better way to do it. You just put some behind that are like a little bit harder to see. They're just like skittering around and let's see what page. Page 23. Wow, it's in there. But it's worth the wait. Nah, I don't like that corner being used up. This should be good, honestly. It's just like the most evil person in the world, kind of. Like he's. I think he in this picture he's scarier than the villain. And the villain has like giant claws and sharp teeth, but this is scarier. Oh gosh, oh, so good. Even though I kind of want this as a little spider as a pet, like a jumping spider that big would be actually kind of cute. mean, as long as you were expecting it every day. If that jumped out of the darkness towards you, I think that would be a different story. Which is why she's scared out of her mind, probably. She's like, yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's the ideal. Let's save this. So, do I have? I wonder if I have the page before it. Do I? 25. That's. Maybe it's not 20. Trying to see if I have. I swear I drew this page. Because that's. Yeah, these are all. I gotta find a better way to. I gotta reorganize these again. Oh, here it is. Here's the page after. I do like Yeah, he doesn't. Because like I said, he's not a social person, so he kind of just is so excited to try and share his love of insects with of this like science with her, of studying these creatures, and he's scaring the bejesus out of her. There we go. Actually, this one looks pretty good. I don't really need to change these that much. Cause yeah, this is her just like she's just like sees him leave and is like, oh well. Yeah, he just like teleports away, and she's just like, well, back to work. And then I kind of do like a time skip in this page because I'm gonna have it so that like from her point of view, this all happened like really quick, but then like. Since he's in a different realm when he teleported, time was different there, so he was able to talk for a little while. So it's just kind of like a fun, like, he comes back and his expressions changed a lot, and he's kind of like, maybe I'll even add some like scratch marks on his clothes from like all the bugs. But yeah. I think after that I did this. Oh no, that's not that. That's something else. That's when she's in the forest alone. I did. I think maybe this. This is one version I was doing. Oh, this is yeah, no, this isn't the white run. I did so many different outlines for like what I was gonna do. After like he kind of has like when her father comes back, he's like he basically is like, I'm glad you have some more confidence. Now let's see you use those new skills. Well, here's the page before where they're like walking towards. He summons the cabin so they can escape. So, yeah. I'm gonna put some of these in order because they keep bouncing all over the place. Let's see. Okay. But yeah, this is him just talking to her, being like, telling her that she's really down on herself right now, and he's like, I didn't expect you to be an expert fighter the minute we started this journey. It's like, but he's like, if you really want to learn, I do have some books. Because in the story, there's an actual reason why he brought her, and it doesn't really have anything to do with her abilities. I mean, he's grateful that she can do this stuff, like this magic, but let's just say it's more related to that anxiety attack she had on that other page, and what would happen if he wasn't around when those happen. Like, he's kind of worried about her alone. It's kind of a little bit off here. See, it's... I gotta clean this guy up. Thank you. Yeah. I've gotten... It's nice when you just get used to drawing certain of your original characters. Like, Richard and June are just two characters that have become, like, second hand for me to draw, kind of. Like, I am trying to, like, start to, like, think of, like, other clothes to put them in, even, to, like, try and test out how well I can draw them. But I'm gonna draw him in like a wide stance, actually, like he's climbing up a hill. So he's gonna be like this. One leg forward, one leg back, kinda. Like that. That's a little better. And the other thing I'm showing in this scene is that they're not just like walking on a trail. They're when they leave the fight, they're like just walking straight through a thick forest. So like they're like there's just like branches and sharp bushes that they're just pushing through. So this isn't like just like walking through a park. It's like thick wilderness they're going through. And that alone is kind of much more stressful than just walking on a trail. So yeah, I'm gonna have her with her. I'm gonna change it so her hands are up, so she's trying to guard herself from like tree branches. She's like pushing them out of the way and. Watching out for like sharp, like briar bushes, that kind of stuff. So on top of feeling a bit down about her lack of ability in that last fight, feeling that she wasn't a good fighter, she's also just walking through a really miserable situation where she's wet and cold and getting jabbed by thorns a lot. It's not fun. No, it's been 2.5 hours. I should probably call it soon too, because got some other stuff I need to get done tonight. So, thanks for sticking around though. I got a couple pages done, or like I got that one page really nice and oops, where'd it go? Oops, where'd I put it? Oh, here we go. Yeah, this came along. This is coming along great. Like this panel alone makes me so happy. So, just making that page alone made tonight so much fun. Yeah. All right. Well, then I'll be on again next Wednesday. So I look forward to chatting again then. And good luck with your channel. And I'll look forward to seeing more of your art on your channel. I'm very curious to see how you draw this panel. So yeah. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you then. I bet. Have a good one.